So tonight, I don't want to give any excuses, but I feel like Marshall came out and they had incentive behind how they played and the energy that they presented to us from the very beginning. They wanted to be the spoilers. They had a zest about everything that they were doing on the court. And because they played with that level of intensity, that changed the whole course of the game for us. We didn't come out and have the intensity that I'm used to seeing us with. And as a result, we give up 18 points from the three-point line. That's something that we usually limit teams in that category. We're one of the best that defended the three-point line, but we did a horrible job of it tonight. I feel like we didn't have production from individuals that I'm normally accustomed to being able to depend on. You know, Amari Young, 1 field goal. Iggy Allen, subpar night. Breonna Jackson, subpar night. We are at the point where we're going to have to realize that teams are going to come for us because they recognize who we are. They want to take us down off of our pedestal. So we have to come out with a focused intensity and have intentionality attached to everything that we do. But when we don't, you have to tip your hat to a team like Marshall where they shot the lights out. The basket seemed like it was as wide as the ocean for everyone. And when you have your hands in your pockets and you're playing on your heels and you can't defend the three-point line or the basket, it's a long night. And that's what we experienced tonight.
We were talking a little bit just before about how everything going on might have been a distraction for your players. Do you think a little bit?
You could easily say that, you know, but I try to do my best to like keep basketball and let that stuff be that stuff. But you know, I'll be honest, I thought about that and I was like, I hope this isn't too much. You know, it's a wonderful moment for me, but I don't want to take away from the task at hand. We still have to win basketball games. But, you know, you live and you learn. We have this experience now. We can move on from it. It's done. We suffered a loss. We're not going to lick our wounds for too long because we have an angry Western Kentucky that's coming in because of the results of their game tonight against Charlotte.
Yeah, they got crushed.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. So it's going to be a good match. You know, both teams are going to be hungry for a win. We are at home. We have to find a level of redemption within the efforts that we display so that we can get back to our winning ways. But our winning ways all hinge upon where are we on the defensive end of the ball.
Mari and Asia, if you could just kind of describe what you think happened tonight, why Marshall was so good. And I mean, they were ready. I mean, they took some long shots and made them.
I think for us, we didn't shut down number 4 like we did the first game against them. I think the first half of the last game, I think she probably had like 2 or 4 points, something like that. And then I think we gotta key in on those key players like that. And we gotta take care of the three-point line. Coach stressed that to us enough this whole week about their three-point abilities, especially number 4. So I think we didn't stick to the script and then just doing what we do best. Or if we're not having a good shooting night or something like that, we gotta learn how to get involved in the game a different way, in my opinion. And we gotta do all the little things like Coach say, win the 50 balls, rebound. They were out rebounding us at halftime. I don't know if they out rebounding us at the end of the game, but we got to do what we do best. Even if our shots aren't falling, we play defense, we get rebounds, and we run. So we have to do that, and we got to continue to do that if we're going to win.
Charlotte 89, Western Kentucky 43.
I say like Weezy said, we definitely didn't shut down number 4. We had like 30, like. Yeah,
she
30.
had 30.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, we definitely didn't shut her down, and we allowed her to do what she likes to do, be comfortable. We also didn't run them off the three-point line like we should have, and I don't think we protected the paint. Like, and when we did shut down the three-point line, we also let them get twos too. So I mean, if we take something away, we still got to defend the paint too. And I feel like we started fouling too. That messes up our flow of the game too. I also like she said, we got to find other ways when we aren't doing something where we have to find other ways to capitalize. I also think that when we get in adverse moments, when we did come back, we were down 3. We just have to capitalize on situations like that because I feel like at Western Kentucky when we did the same thing, we got back in the game and we gave it back to them.
Yeah, you guys, scored I think 11 points in a row and took the lead, and then they answered.
Yep. We fizzled out, but when you allow a team to shoot 47% from the three-point line, you're in for a long night. I think our team understands you can recover from twos, but it's very difficult to recover from threes, especially if you're scoring twos and they're scoring threes. The math is not in your favor. But, I feel like, yes, we're not going to take anything from Marshall because they played the game and they shot the ball well. But I do have to put the onus on us to understand that we can change a lot of these circumstances if we can come with a different level of focus. And I don't think that the focus was where it really needed to be collectively. We had some individuals at different moments of the game, but we're at our best when everyone's locked in as a unit for the totality of the game.
One last thing. The way they celebrated, you would have think they just won the WNBA championship. What does that say about how teams are playing against you?
Well, number one, it shows that they're a spirited group. They're spirited. They were celebrating in play. And it's beautiful when you can celebrate the small things. That means your team is energized and you're feeding off of one another. And then it carries over to a victory. And now after the victory, yeah, they celebrated, but it also shows us that, okay, they must think very highly of us. Very highly of us, and they recognize who we are. Probably a little bit more than we recognize, us recognizing who we are. So we have to understand teams are going to put their best effort, and they're going to have to play a damn near perfect game like that and shoot the lights out in order to be able to beat us. But yet and still, we have an opportunity to still win. And we can control some things within the game to give us that opportunity more so than any other time. But kudos to them. They got the win, and it was a tough road win, and we're a tough team. But I think if we was to suit up again right now, it would probably be a different result because we usually learn quickly from our mistakes. And I'm hoping that now we can learn from this, carry those lessons into Western Kentucky this weekend, and come out with a victory. Thank you, guys.